एस एस होमिओपॅथी सागर शिंपे. नमस्कार मित्रांनो आणि मैत्रिणींनो, आपल्या या नवीन चॅनलवर तुमचं पुन्हा एकदा खूप खूप स्वागत आहे. कार्डिनल अँड फंडामेंटल प्रिन्सिपल ऑफ होमिओपॅथी. कार्डिनल अँड फंडामेंटल प्रिन्सिपल ऑफ होमिओपॅथी. फर्स्ट, लॉ ऑफ सिमिलिया. सेकंड, लॉ ऑफ सिम्प्लेक्स. थर्ड, लॉ ऑफ मिनिमम. फोर्थ, डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ ड्रग प्रूव्हिंग. Fifth, theory of chronic disease. Sixth, theory of vital force. Seven, doctrine of drug dynamization. Homeopathy is method of treating the disease by administration of drugs which has capacity to produce similar symptom in healthy human being of both sexes and different ages. So it is a branch of medical science. Every science has certain basic guiding principle. Homeopathy as science has its principles on which the treatment of different disease is based. Homeopathy has its own philosophy. Thus, fundamental principles of homeopathy are discussed in different sections of organon of medicine. First, law of similia. Homeopathy is based on the law similia similibus curantur, which means like cures like. The word homeopathy is derived from Greek word. Homeos means similar, pathos means suffering. So homeopathy is therapeutic method of treating the disease on basic of symptom similarity. Discovery of law of similia. In 1790, Hahnemann was translating Keulen's Materia Medica from English to German. While translating, he came to one sentence that cinchona cures malaria because of its bitterness and tonic effect of stomach. He was not satisfied with this explanation. In attempt to discover its true mode of action, Hahnemann ingested cinchona juice for few days. After few days, he was started the symptoms of malaria. The this was unexpected result for him. He has conducted similar experiment on himself and other individuals with other medicines. He found that in the healthy person, the medicines produce symptoms very similar to what they cure in diseased individual. Thus he put forward the law of similar, that is, similia similibus curantur, like cures like. This law was ancient law. No one knows the first recording of this law, but ancient Hindu manuscripts recorded this law. Hippocrates applied it in some recorded cases. Hahnemann was first to use this law in the treatment of diseases. According to this law, the choice of the medicine is fundamentally based on the principle that the medicine must have the capability of producing most similar symptom of the disease to be cured in healthy person. Second, law of simplex means use of single remedy at a time. Hahnemann instead to give only one remedy at a time. In aphorism number 272, Hahnemann states that only one single simple medicinal substance is to be administered in given case at a time. Reason for using single remedy. First, the homeopathic remedies were proved singly and the materia medica was built up on observation of effect of drug given singly. So the pure effect of medicine will be using in single form. Second, only one remedy can be the most similar at any given time with the condition of any given patient. Third, if more than one remedy is used, doctor cannot know which remedy is curative and which is not, that is exact mode of action of remedy will not recognize it. Fourth, if more than one remedy is used, it will become another remedy. Its symptoms are unknown to the doctor, means side effect. Fifth, vital force, the life principle governing the complex human life is single substance. So the medicine intended to correct its disturbance and disharmony should be prescribed only singly, one at a time. So Hahnemann has advised to use single remedy at a time. Third, law of minimum means use minimum dose at a time. The cure of disease is depending not only with the similar remedy but also the exact dose of the remedy. According to Hahnemann, the medicine should be given in minute dose, means minimum dose. The minute dose means that quantity of medicine which is the smallest in quantity produces the latest possible excitation of the vital force and it sufficient to effect the necessary change in it. The quantity is minimum it appropriate for gentle cure. This concept of minimum dose leads to discovery of process potentization. Advantages of using minimum dose. First, to avoid unwanted aggravation. Second, the specific dynamic action which produces. The uncommon characteristics distinguishing symptoms of drugs is produced by the minimum quantity of the drug. Third, the smallness of drug not allow the drug to do any organic damage not there is any risk of drug addiction and side effect. To take full advantage of finer and finest curative property of the remedies, they should be used in minimum dose. Fifth, in other in order to maintain the similarity of the sequence of the disease and the drug, a minimum dose is also necessary. 6. According to Ernest Schlutter's, small dose stimulates, medium dose paralyzes, and large dose kills. In other words, the action of small and very large doses of the same substance on living matter is opposite. Health is matter of perfect equilibrium, perfect balance, trifling circumstance may it, so may it be balanced by the least possible in medication. According to law of quantity of Fink, the quantity of the action of homeopathic remedy is determined by its quantity in inverses in inverse ratio. Fourth, doctrine of drug proving. In homeopathy, we prescribe only those drugs whose medicinal properties are now through drug proving. Hahnemann was first who wanted to know the action of drug upon the human organism. This process is now as drug proving. Drug proving. Drug proving is a systematic investigation of pathogenetic means disease producing power of the medicine means disease curing also on healthy human being of different ages and both sexes. Thus, recordings of drugs is very essential knowledge for curing the diseases homeopathically. Different medicines must be proved truly in order to obtain full details of their curative properties as well as cure thousands of diseases. Reason to prove drugs on human being. Animals do not give subjective symptoms. Animals do not give mental symptoms. Third, effect of same medicine on animal and on human beings are different. Fourth, we do not get modalities from animals. Fifth, we do not get finer symptoms or complete symptoms from animals. Reason to prove drugs on healthy human beings. First, the symptoms of the drugs and disease will be mixed together. Second, action of drug on sick person is different from the normal one. Third, we cannot get pure symptoms from diseased person. So we will not get the real disease producing power of a medicine by administering it on the sick individual. Theory fifth, theory of chronic diseases. After discovery of homeopathy, Hahnemann was treating patient with the help of law of similar. He observed that in spite of best homeopathic treatment, the chronic cases would return with a recurrency of symptoms at intervals. While the acute diseases did not relapse, Hahnemann started to find cause behind recurrency of symptoms of chronic diseases. Reason behind the recurrency of chronic diseases. This apparent failure of radically curing chronic diseases may be due to one or more following reasons. First, the law of similar might not be law of universal application. Hahnemann dismissed Hahnemann dismissed this point because the law of similar is based on several observations and experiments. This law was observed to be followed by nature himself to bring about cure of natural diseases. There might be some obstacle present in process of cure. He studied several cases of chronic diseases and there is obstacle to cure. After prolonged investigation and observation, Hahnemann discovered that this obstacle to cure is suppression of disease previously. He concluded that the chronic diseases are caused by chronic miasms. Those chronic miasms are psora, psychosis, syphilis. Cure is only possible by proper anti-miasmatic treatment. The theory of chronic diseases were introduced first time in fourth edition of Organon of Medicine. Hahnemann has published his classical work on chronic diseases in 1828. Chronic diseases, their nature and homeopathic treatment. Sixth, theory of vital force. Homeopathy stresses on the existence and operation of the vital force in a living organism. Vital force. Vital force is a spiritual dynamic power which animates material body, that is, organism in health or in disease. Human organism is made up of body, mind and spirit. Hahnemann termed this spirit as vital force. Spiritual dynamic power, unseen, untouchable. Man, spirit means vital force, mind and body. Vital force maintains the body in living condition. This makes all difference between the living and dead. In the healthy condition, vital force maintains normal function and sensation of the organism. Vital force keeps body in the harmonious way, but when this vital force is primarily dynamically deranged by some morbific dynamic influence, it causes abnormal sensation and function which are manifested outwardly through the material body as abnormal signs and symptoms, the totality of which constitutes the disease. To cure such disease or condition, we have to stimulate the vital force with the help of potentized homeopathic medicines. This doctrine was introduced in the fifth edition of Organ of Medicine in 1833. In sixth edition, it has been changed to Vital Principle. 7. Doctrine of drug dynamization means potentization. In homeopathy, we are using drugs which are potentized form. After discovery of homeopathy, Hahnemann was using drugs in cured from, but he found the aggravation after application of remedy. To overcome this, he started to reduce the dose of drug substance. Hence, he discovered the method of potentization. According to Dr. Stuart Close, MD, homeopathic potentization is a mechanical process for the reduction according to scale of crude, inert, or poisonous medicinal substance to a state of physical solubility, physiological assemblability, and therapeutic activity, and harmless for use as homeopathy healing remedies. The objectives of potentization in homeopathy are: first, by a continued process of reducing the material quantity of a drug, unnecessary medicinal aggravation and side effect of crude substance are erased. Second, medicinal properties that are latent in crude state become erased and awakened into activity to an incredible degree. Third, substances that are poisonous or toxic in their crude state, like corrosive acid, poisonous heavy metals, venoms, etc., become important beneficial remedies after potentization. Fourth, substances that are medicinal inert in their crude state may be rendered activity after potentization. The concept of life. Fifth, The concept of life, health, and disease is not material but dynamic in nature. Hence, the concept of cure is also dynamic, and thus properties are revealed by potentization and proving. Sixth, potentization helps reveal peculiar individualistic properties of a drug, aiding in selection of the simillimum on the basis of similarity of thus peculiar individualistic symptoms. Seventh, potentization not only preserve the therapeutic but also increases the pharmacological and therapeutic activity. 8. Abnormal susceptibility, constitutional abnormalities, miasms can only are cured by dynamic and deep action of the drug. This is only possible by potentized medicine. The action of potentized medicine is deeper, longer, and more widespread. Process of potentization. Drugs are potentized principally by two processes: trituration in case of insoluble substance, succussion in case of soluble substance. The doctrine of drug dynamization was introduced into homeopathy through the fifth edition of Organon of Medicine, published in the year 1833. For new updates on channel, to subscribe this channel and press on the bell icon button and select the all notification. Like, comment, share, subscribe, more subscribe. Thanks for watching.